from the desk of ShechetAI.
Welcome.
This is where we try to make sense of all the latest AI news. We look at it through a few different lenses: philosophy, business, society. Try to unpack it for you.
Yeah, connect the dots a bit. And today we've got some really interesting pieces lining up across those exact areas.
We do. We're going to touch on AI getting involved in some very emotional situations, how it's changing things up in the business world, specifically HR, and also its role in keeping us safer online.
It's a lot, but it all feels quite connected when you start looking closely.
Definitely. Okay, let's start with the philosophy angle. There was this NPR report, really caught my eye, about a court case where they used an AI-generated victim impact statement.
Right. So an AI creating a video, essentially speaking, is the victim.
Yeah.
Addressing the person responsible. It's a lot to take in.
It really is. So philosophically, what are we even dealing with here? What's the core issue?
Well, I think it immediately brings up questions of authenticity, doesn't it? Can an AI simulation really convey that kind of deep personal tragedy? And, consent is another layer entirely.
And truth, maybe.
Yeah.
Truth in this digital age. What does it mean for justice if we're using these synthetic but powerful statements?
Does it help? Does it serve justice? Or does it somehow, compromise something fundamental about human experience in those moments?
Yeah, like empathy. Does it deepen empathy because it feels real, or does it cheapen it because we know it's not? It makes you think about the purpose, right? Is it legal information, or is it about that human connection?
Exactly. Are we maybe leaning towards something that looks impactful but misses the actual human core of it? Prioritizing the simulation over the substance, perhaps.
It's a tricky balance. Okay, let's switch gears a bit, though maybe it connects. Business.
IBM.
Ah, yes, the HR automation news.
Big news. Replacing hundreds of HR roles with AI agents. We always hear efficiency, but what's the deeper business strategy? Is it just cost cutting? Well, cost is almost certainly part of it, but I think it's more than that. It signals a shift, automating the routine stuff, the stuff AI can do well, to free up people.
Free them up for what, though?
For the things humans are uniquely good at, right? Strategy, complex problem solving, creativity, managing complex relationships, turning that saved operational time into actual strategic growth.
So it's less about fewer jobs overall, maybe, and more about different kinds of jobs, higher value roles.
Precisely. But that brings up the next question, doesn't it? How fast will this spread? And what does that mean for, the workforce? Upskilling, reskilling, it becomes critical.
Yeah, companies really need a plan for that transition, supporting their people to work with AI, not just be replaced by it.
Definitely. It changes the whole structure, potentially. Corporate culture, even.
Okay, finally, let's look at the society angle. Google's using AI to fight online scams.
Right. Embedding it in search, Chrome, Android, trying to catch scams before they get to you.
Which feels pretty necessary these days with all the sophisticated scams out there. It's about digital safety, building trust online.
Absolutely. It's a proactive stance. Protecting users, trying to make the online world a bit less treacherous. You have a right to feel reasonably safe online. I think most people would agree.
No doubt. But then you have to ask, how much of our digital life do we want filtered by algorithms?
That's the tension, isn't it? Where's the line between protection and, say, privacy? Or even autonomy.
How much control do we give up for that safety? And who decides what gets filtered? Transparency becomes a big deal there.
It's that constant balancing act.
Yeah.
Safety, transparency, user control. AI throws all of that into a new light.
It's amazing how these threads really do weave together. The ethics of AI voices in court, the business decisions about automation, the societal need for online safety, it's all connected.
It really underscores how AI isn't just this niche tech thing anymore. It's touching, pretty much everything. Requires constant thought, constant conversation.
So, thinking about all this, here's something for you, the listener, to chew on. Considering these examples, the courtroom, the workplace, our online lives, what fundamental shifts in how you understand work, justice, and safety might AI ultimately bring?
Yeah, that's a deep one. Definitely something to keep thinking about.
Until next time, built by ShechetAI, still learning from you. Learn more at shechet.com.